I was on mute. Good job I was on mute because this one was playing. Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Manchester United Chelsea podcast, where we talk all things Manchester United, all things Chelsea. In regards to Manchester United, they smashed Bilbao in the Europa League semi-final second leg, smashed them overall in regards to both legs, 7-1 on aggregate. So United are through to the Europa League final. And speaking of European finals, Chelsea also made their way into the Conference League final as well, getting past your garden. It was 1-0. I believe, was it 1-0 on the night? 5-1 over across 5-1 over 2 legs as well, people. But more importantly for Chelsea, let's push that to the side. They got an important game versus Newcastle in their race for top 5. Chelsea still chasing down a Champions League spot as they take on Newcastle away at St. James's Park, early kickoff on Sunday. But before I bring on the Chelsea panelists, as always, big up everyone supporting Sarcasm City TV. But when you enter the city of sarcasm, pay the tax, people. Hit the toll. Hit that like button on the video. So important you do that. Hit that like button on the video. Make sure you share this out across all the socials. At That's Me Flawless, at Sarcasm City TV, at Sarcasm City TV, at That's Me Flawless. And on top of those two things, road to 15K. We're like 150 away, something like that. Something along those lines. Subscribe to the channel. Get us to 15K. Hit that notification bell as well. The Chelsea lot are in the building. Surfer is here. Ahmed is here. Prime is here. What you lot telling me, man? Everyone good? Everyone good? You man good? Don't all talk at once.
All good.
We're good.
Good, Prime, yeah? Ahmed, what you telling me? You blessed? Is Ahmed good? What's he doing? He's probably cleaning his keyboard or something, yo. I don't know what he's doing. Make sure you lot subscribe to the Bridge Nation as well. Big up to everyone in the chat too. Shout out to Warrior J. Yo, hella. Oh, I bet he spilled his latte. That's what it is. I'm seeing enough comments from Enzo Maresca and Ruben Amorim, so I get to the majority of them. Big up to Lucian. Obviously, I was just on Sheik's channel as well. Big up to Sheik TV every single time. Big up, Pels. Love to see you in the chat. Goes, Shame my body, yasna. Love Pels every single time. Shout out to Entertainment as well. Hey, you've had that. You've had to have the name Entertainment. You had that from early. What are you saying?
Oh my God. Sorry, I didn't even know you were alive. Sorry, no, I was just making sure to clean my tape. Sorry, no, I was like, I just literally had like a little cake on it, so I had to make sure I had to clean it properly. I'll be that fast and clean it afterwards with a little bit of So my apologies.
This guy is not real, yo. This guy is not.
I didn't know it was live, bro. I've got like to know it's live. My apologies.
This guy is crazy, yo. How you doing, Ahmed? You good, yeah? Are you all right?
Doing good, man. Doing good. You know, barring a little bit of a site issue, which has gone back to normal today. Luckily, but thank God, I've been amazing, man. I've been amazing.
All right, cool. Love that. Surfer, we'll go to you. We'll get through the Europa Conference, the UEFA Conference League quickly, but you lot got past your garden, as to be expected. Do you expect to breeze past Betis in the final? Or you reckon it'll be a tougher game than most expect?
I don't know about the term breeze. I'm feeling confident it will win. I think this revisionist remontada that Anthony's suddenly like, it's like, oh my God, it's like his remontada season is it's a bit mad. Like Cucurella hasn't like stopped better wingers than him this season or something like that. You know what I mean? Or if he wants to go out on the right, like
why are you hating for Pels? Why are you hating for Pels? Do you know what I'm doing in my life, Pels? To drink a latte at 9:40 p.m. Don't hate the player, man. Hate the game.
Hey, Pels is not. She's not used to living the rich life, bro. It's what they do in Cranbrook.
Let them know, man. Let them know, bro.
Oh Lord,
a New York style coffee there for you, Ahmed. Yeah, is that a New York Knicks style coffee for you, Ahmed? Is that a New York Knicks style coffee for you?
We don't do that around him. We don't do that around him.
Hold that.
How can I be holding something when I'm not Celtics fan? I'm a Celtics fan.
What, this season? So
he's Nuggets.
Oh, is he Nuggets this season? You
he's Nuggets.
scumbag.
Yeah.
It's So yeah, I think it's I don't think the term breeze, but I think we'll win. Especially if we win the next 2 league games, we can like fully like focus on that final. We can rotate for the last game, and I'm not even talking in terms of respect. I got to I keep like hearing like Chelsea fans being asked, who would you rather play, Fiorentina or Betis? Let's be honest, no Chelsea fan watches Betis or Fiorentina. It just doesn't. We don't watch them. Let's face it, we don't know how.
What are you trying to say?
Shut up, man.
You deserve that one, man.
If it was I'd give you credit. I'd give you credit if it was a French team. You probably watched the French team, but no one watches.
That was yeah. I don't watch them. I'll be honest.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's like we don't watch them, so I don't know who's better or who's worse or who we match up with or something like that. I just think that we will win. It might be close match than what people think, maybe by the odd goal or something like that. But we have real opportunity now with the final book to focus on wrapping up the end of the season, finishing in Champions League places, and then lifting some silverware at the end of the season. So treat it with respect-ish, do you know what I mean? But don't overlook them. I don't want to be, because you know what I mean. They will be the best competition we faced on paper through the entire tournament by levels. They'll be the best.
Yeah, 100%.
By levels, yes. The best. I got to tell you right now, and this might sound mad. I don't remember. Yeah, I know they're called Your Garden, but I didn't remember their names even throughout the game yesterday. I didn't remember who we played. I don't know who Your Garden is. Like, so and I bet the game was on in the background for me because it was like it was 4-1 up, we were 1-0. Like yesterday was pretty dead in terms of football wise because everyone was like up by like a good.
You knew what everyone. You knew what. Yeah, you knew what the result.
Yeah, I mean, it's like even like So it wasn't anything. It was more focused on my main focus is actually because he started Cucurella. I was on Cucurella watch in terms of don't pull up, don't get injured. Yeah, you know what I mean. Get to half time. Actually, I wanted him subbed. We scored in the first half. I wanted Cucurella subbed. He don't need to play him anymore. Get him off. Get him subbed on the 30 like that, and then we move on. Yeah. So focus. The cup final is really on Sunday against Newcastle, but. Yeah, Betis aren't to be sniffed at, but I don't think they're to be like overly feared or anything like that. In my opinion, so
that's fair. Ahmed, what are you saying? Obviously, you lot got past Your Garden as expected. I'm not asking for your recap or review on that, but Betis in the final. Are you very, very confident? Obviously, they will be the best side you faced, like Surfer mentioned. But are you confident? Do you breeze past them? Do you think it'll be a tough ask? What are you saying about the final?
I don't even know what to say right now, man. To see my boy Lamps just get daggered in the 88th minute, man.
Wait, what happened?
Pause. Hey,
yeah, that's crazy, yo. That's crazy.
Not
crazy, yo. That is crazy. Yo. What have you got in that coffee, mate? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing? Man City got daggered today. That is crazy work, yo.
My boy Lampard, man. 89th minute, man. There's dunks on him. Crazy, but.
Sunderland just scored. Let's go, man. I need Sunderland up into the Prem. Sorry,
man.
To dunk on Steve, so you can hold that.
It was man. Lamps, next round we're getting the second leg.
Second leg. Hype. Well, go on.
But on a serious note, again, guys, like 99 times out of 10, we will be beating this Real Betis team, right? Let's just be real, boys, innit?
I said 99 times out of 10, yo.
I'm
so cooked, bro. I
think this is a man, Ahmed, who, if you know what he does, you know that numbers are key to what he does in his profession. Numbers are
listen, you know what it is, man. Whenever I come onto these streams, man, I feel like I use my brain too much. Then when I come on streams, like my brain just logs off.
Wait, Ahmed, hold on. So have you just exposed a lie that we all thought growing up? Because apparently we're told growing up that going to a private school is better than going to.
No, it's not, bro. It just literally.
How is school is better at maths than you? How?
He's not better than Master
I'm
than
not
me.
better
He's just
than him.
Yes, he
I
is.
just-
no.
He
yo,
is.
You know what?
I
It's
just said
Flawless-
99
Flawless
times
just
out of
that-
10, yo.
say, Flawless would never say 99 times out of 10.
You know what it is,
That's
man? It
not
just
math,
literally, it just
That
my
ain't-
mind, it just my brain literally just like sometimes,
Bro,
bro.
Not
It's
even
like
Ryan would
60.
say something like that, bro. And he
Yeah,
said
but-
16 out of 10.
Yeah, man, but I am prone to moments of clumsiness, bro. Whenever I'm really
Bro.
not tired. Okay, that's all it is, bro. Stop
Wait, you're prone to moments of clumsiness when you're tired.
Yes.
Bro, you just drank an espresso. Wake up.
Yeah, he was trying to wake
Yeah, but it
himself
doesn't
up,
hit
man.
straight away, you
Yeah,
idiot.
it don't hit. Yeah, you gotta take time, man. 99 times out of 10, it don't hit. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Straight
it,
away.
yeah.
That's it.
Yes. Oh, but
99
listen,
times out of 10.
I'm
Put the
using that
fries
one.
in the bag.
Put the
Oh
price
my
in the
god.
bag 99 times out of 10.
yeah,
Go
but
on, carry
listen,
on, man.
but listen,
Yo,
99
this guy
times out
isn't
of
real, man.
99 times out of 100, of course,
I
we're
mean, that's
gonna
what
be-
No,
Jay-Z
no,
was
no. Go
always
back
said.
to no.
Jay-Z
99
was always
times out of
saying
10.
that
Go back to
99
what he said.
99 out of 10 problems and he still got some. You know what I mean? That's what
Yeah,
Jay-Z was
exactly, man.
always saying.
Always more, always
Nah,
more,
you've got 99 problems, but the 10 ain't one. I heard
Yeah,
that.
that's what it is. Yeah.
But anyway, listen, we will beat these guys on the vast majority of occasions, right? There is always going to be that one time out of nowhere, which is like, we play really bad,
99
or some
times.
sort of weird miracle happens, yeah. And that's the only time that, Betis will generally beat us at the end of the day. So, listen, I'm very confident about it. Again, we're probably going to more than likely play our strongest team too. So, listen, I think for me, that's that top should be in the bag.
Ahmed, can I ask, out of 10, how confident are you? I just want to.
9.99999.
99, yeah, confident 99 out of 10?
Yeah.
9.99, but when you round up, that's 99.
Hey, Prime,
9.9 round up means that it's 99.
No, when you move the decimal point, yeah.
When you round up, it has to be rounded up either to the nearest double digit.
Yeah,
or to
and
the
I
nearest
meant,
whole number.
I meant when you move the decimal point. Oh, don't pretend now that you're good at maths, Mr. 99 out of 10.
Because now I have to
Don't pretend now like you know maths. Don't pretend
Listen,
now like you know maths.
I-
So, all right,
I
don't
know-
pretend
I know
now
maths,
like you know
man.
maths. All right,
I
bro.
know
All right,
maths.
99 times out of 100. Out of 10. Okay.
Yo, Prime, same question to you in regards to this final against Betis.
No. Like, it was going to be one of Betis or Fiorentina that will get to the final, and like it's a final, so you got to respect your opponents regardless. But I'm not worried. Actually, I was saying that I would rather face Real Betis than Fiorentina, just because of the David De Gea factor. If he's still as good of a shot stopper that he was, even if in his last couple of seasons at Man United, and considering how, like, let's say, unreliable we are in front of goal, I don't think that's a good matchup for us to play in a final. As opposed to playing Betis, people can tell me about Anthony all they want. Cucurella's pocketed the best wingers in the world. I'm not worried about that. And even if he wants to go to our right hand side, he has to deal with Reece James. I'm not worried. People can tell me about old man Isco, but there's no last dance over here. I've got Caicedo and Lavia. I'm fine. I'm not worried about who's that Spurs flop, Lo Celso. I'm not worried about that little vegetarian Bellerin. I'm not worried. So, yeah. It's what it is. Like Surfer said, it's not gonna. I'm not saying it's gonna be like easy and we'll batter them or whatever, but we will win it. And I am looking forward to it because, which is people are gonna say it's not like a big competition or whatever. It is the first. Oh yeah, Lavia's not in the squad. All right, cool. Then Reece will play and he'll invert in midfield. Regardless, we'll win. It is going to be the first trophy these guys are going to win as a collective, as a squad. It's also the first trophy under this ownership as well. And this just goes back to, like, people talk about like Chelsea of old. Well, Chelsea of old, when they end up in these little bullshit competitions like the Conference League or Europa, we just win it regardless and get it done out of the way. And then we celebrate it for a day or two and then go back to business. Hopefully in the summer, after winning this and going to the Club World Cup, hopefully that might be a change that we need in this project or with this ownership for us to sign some experienced players in the summer. Go sign like an Osimhen, maybe sign an experienced centre back and like push us forward for next season into actually get us closer to competing and getting back to where we should be as a club. But yeah, I am actually looking forward to it because we haven't won a trophy in a few years, and it's a European trophy, and we complete the set, so we can be shameless about that. It's a UCL technically, so it's our third UCL, So, yeah, and a good end to the season with being in Champions League football. But people can keep complaining and talk about Maresca and that we're not better than Poch and whatever. But in the back end of the season when it matters, Poch didn't get us over the line. Maresca, it looks like he's about to get us over the line. So,
no, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. So yeah, you lot all confident going into the game. Before we carry on, make sure you lot continue to run up the likes, people. Over 30 of you lot in the building. Let's get up to 30 likes. Hit that subscribe button as well. Hit the notification bell. And onto a game which will be much tougher. Obviously, you lot travel to Newcastle United Sunday. Early kickoff. Midday kickoff. Prime, staying with you. We know how important it is in regards to top 5. But if you win do you believe you can win the game? And if so, how?
Yes.
Okay, go on.
I have us winning 3-1 against Newcastle.
Okay.
I just think the factor of them not having Joelinton, so they're missing extra physical.
Go on, carry on.
Surfer, are you watching something?
No, I said I'm multitasking, which Pels will know all about. I'm multitasking, obviously that men can't do. So I'm multitasking. I'm listening to the game, Sunderland game, but I heard what you said, and that's why I went like that because I said 3-1.
Okay.
Did you not see him dancing before when he was doing?
Yeah, he was, and I noticed that, and that's why I'm asking what he's up to.
Old man Isco. That's what it is, man.
Yeah, this guy was over here doing big bucks, little bucks. We're going.
You're such a dad, bro. You definitely have kids. Anyways, yeah, them miss. We can speak about that later.
Hey,
them missing.
Sunderland win 2-1. Sunderland win 2-1.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Wherever you at, hold that, Steve, man. Hold that.
Let's go. No, I'm not even.
Okay, I just wanted to say, is this the first leg? Firstly, can we stop hating on our legend, please? Thank you.
Not my legend, bro. I don't care.
Oh, anyways. I just want to say this is nothing to do against Lampard. This is all to do against Steve.
No. For me, it's not about Steve. It's against Fat Frank.
No, that's
against Frank.
Jeez, Louise.
Not my legend, bro.
Jeez,
not
Louise,
man. Not my legend.
You are nasty work, man. You're nasty work, mate.
And unlike Arteta, Lampard is not getting promoted over my dead body. Anyways, back to the question you asked. Them not having Joelinton and us having Lavia fit. I mean, it's Friday and nothing's being said about him having any knock or whatever. So him being fit to play, us having Caicedo, which sure, he said Arsenal are winning all season. No one cares. No one cares that you won the league. With Caicedo and Lavia, or even if it's Reece playing in there, which allows Enzo to be a lot more free in the midfield, that gives us a big advantage. Palmer, after his performance against Liverpool, hopefully he's starting to, actually be back and perform. Jackson didn't have necessarily the best of games against Liverpool, but he has been scoring in recent games. So hopefully he can get another goal. Madueke's in form, Neto's in form, Sancho's in form. And with Lavia sitting in the base of our midfield, I'm not as worried about Chalobah and Kovo, because people were singing their praises last week against Liverpool, but people didn't talk about the fact of they had a DM to protect them in front. What did he?
That's because someone said big up. Okay.
Why did he leave?
Oh no, I'll be back. All right, bye.
Yeah, but with the protection of a DM, Chalobah and Kovo looked good, and I think in terms of us trying to see out the season, the fact that they're actually fighting, I actually like that and I respect that. My only worry is the worry I always have, which is Sanchez. He's not made like any big mistake or error in the last 2 games or 3 games, which he's due, I guess. So he's my only worry. But aside from that, I can't control that. He's going to play regardless. But aside from that, I'm not worried about Newcastle. I have us winning 3-1. I don't know. Like, it is what it is. I know we tend to like struggle over there, but I think with the form that we're in and the mood that we're in right now, and Newcastle aren't in the best of form either.
So form of both teams, Joe Linton being missing is the key factors, in regards to why you think you're going to get a result there.
Yeah, and
Okay.
Lavia playing. Lavia, Caicedo, Enzo.
First. That's fair enough. What are you saying, Ahmed, man? This Newcastle game, key factors. Are you confident going into it that you can get a result? Not so confident. I wouldn't say it goes too far to say it's must win, but I'd say it's definitely must not lose.
I would agree. I would agree with that assessment. I think that's a fair assessment from Flawless. So big up to you, Flawless, for that intellectual take. You know what I mean? Thank you for that. And secondly, can we just talk about midday? Can we just talk about a midday Sunday?
Bro.
Midday on a Sunday, bro.
What's wrong with midday on a Sunday, man? You can be out, get a nice latte, nice day.
You know what I mean? Midday Sunday, man. Like the church rolls on midday, bro. What's going on, man? You're not allowing random to go to church. Guys, to wake up on Monday.
Wait. Ahmed.
What, bro?
You're Muslim, right?
No, I'm sorry to say, why are you even asking this question?
Wait, you're Christian?
No, I told you before I'm agnostic. What's up with you?
Okay, so what is your worry about church on a Sunday?
I'm talking about this. Listen, I just don't exist in this universe, bro. I'm a man of the people.
You're a man of the people.
I mean, the
bridge
nation. To my point, I think if you want to go church, you can go church early enough and get back in time in regards to.
Did they do service at 10 a.m. or something?
Yeah, they do this early services. Yeah, like 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. Depending on what church you go to. Yeah.
Fair enough, but listen, I'm just thinking about the lads. You know what I mean? The holy lads. And everything like that. But
you go to church after the game.
Yeah, well, listen, I didn't know that. I'm just saying the midday Sunday is not.
Are you so you worried about all jokes aside? You worried about the kickoff time? Is that a concern?
I'm not worried about the kickoff time. I'm just like it's a very weird fiction time. That's all I'm saying.
Which
like,
is
I get like a Saturday midday in it because Saturday midday makes sense. People might be working up a little bit early on a Saturday brunch time. 12:30. It makes sense, innit? But midday Sunday, man, that's a lying day. You're lying for a little bit on that on a Sunday. So that's just for me personally. But I think for me in this game, it's just a must not lose. I agree with Flawless on that aspect. It doesn't matter even if you don't get the 3 points, as long as we leave the draw. I think that's a positive for us. But I think for me, if you're Chelsea Football Club and you really want to finish a story for yourself, make sure you actually get a job done. You have to go for the win there, and I'm expecting the team to go there going for the win at the end of the day. I think if you look at Newcastle, I don't think they have their starting fullback. One of the starting fullbacks is an ex-Chelsea player. Big up to him. They don't have Jolinton in the team either, right? So I look at stuff like that, and I look at us having Lavia back, us having our fully fit fullbacks there in the team as well. And I just look at it and I'm thinking, guys, you're in good form. Everything's working. Everything's cooking. It's time for you really, to start to get a job done, really. And that's what I'm looking at from a Chelsea perspective. I think for me, the players are ready. The team is ready. Let's get the job done, bro.
Guys, look at you, look confident. And before we go to Surfer and get his thoughts on it as well, Vera has a question for you. So he says, Flawless, we've not won an away game against the top 4 this season. Please educate Prime and ask him to rethink. So he's saying
wow.
That's what
educate this fraud. Educate this fraud. And we're on, bro. Educate this fraud.
You man, Egypt,
all this guy knows anyways. Osimhen. You know what I mean? That's all I hear from him, man. You know what I mean? Like, do you not know any other players like that exist?
Oh Lord, man.
Okay.
Prime, floor's yours. Are you concerned about your away form against the top 4?
You know what I'm concerned about, Flawless? I'm concerned about a man who thinks it's a smart idea to get rid of Reece James and bring in Dallo. That's what I'm concerned about.
You know what I'm concerned about? A guy that's a B team player. That's what I'm really concerned about right now. I'm concerned about my team winning, mate.
You man and your petty squabbles. Can we get back to the question at hand, please?
Sorry, good sir, man. Sorry, good sir. Good sir, guys.
Feel like my 2 nephews are arguing, yo. Can we get back to the question at hand?
Yo, I would never be related to Ahmed. No offense.
All right, man.
Yeah, I know. I was talking hypothetically. It wasn't saying you might.
No. Answer the question.
By marriage should be related by marriage. That's what it would be. You know what I mean? It would be like Would be blood,
Yeah.
like marriage. You know what I mean?
It could be by marriage still.
Yeah.
Well, go on.
Yeah.
Flo's
Blood,
yours, Prime, in
marriage,
regards to this.
blood, marriage, blood is thicker than water. Chelsea top 5. Anyways, to answer this question, we've not won an away game against the top 4 this season. We also haven't beaten a big team this season, but we beat Liverpool last week, and so.
First, I'll let Vera respond to that then. In regards to that, Vera, if you got a response to that to Prime, we'll get to it. But we'll go to you, sir.
I'm not saying it. I know it's not a sure win, but like that doesn't mean you also.
You said 3-1 though. That is a confidence.
Yeah.
That's what I'm surprised by that.
But we beat Liverpool. We beat Liverpool 3-1 last week, and that wasn't like I'm not saying we're just gonna walk all over them or anything, but like I think we'll be enough to control the game and we'll get chances against them. I'm not.
You confident you get chances against them? Why are you confident you get chances against them? I'm here just asking. I want to pick your brains on this one.
Because we have Enzo and Palmer that's going to be creating chances for us.
Okay.
And we have our Madueke's in form, Neto's in form, so is Sancho. Jackson, like, at least if he's not working for the first hour, I know he's going to come off, and Tyreek George will actually give us something. So, yeah, I'm not like too. I know Newcastle have threats and stuff, but I'm not necessarily too worried. And also, they're not in the best of form either. So,
you gotta believe in Tariq the Freak, George, man.
Oh my, what's wrong with you?
Hey,
Ahmed, you know the guy's like Ahmed.
That's the joke. I was using that.
Ahmed, he just turned 18, bro. Relax.
That's not. I didn't say anything crazy.
Relax,
bro. I don't feel like that's crazy. I don't feel like that's crazy. I'm using an actual in-game moniker.
Yeah. We get it, man. You're a movie. We get it. You're an OV hole, man. We get it, man. Relax.
Right.
Oh, chill out, man.
Surfer will go to you. I can't believe I'm saying this to bring some normality back to stream.
Yes, CNAC clipped. That is clipped.
Newcastle, please make sure you know people, as always, all the views expressed by panelists on Sarcasm City TV are not always the views of Flawless or Sarcasm City TV. Flaw's yours, Surfer. Newcastle away.
Sorry, can we have one for the Chelsea show? Can we have one of the Chelsea show? All the views expressed of Ahmed, not the views of Flawless.
Yeah, I'll add it.
Chelsea panelists.
Oh yeah, I've got it here. Look, all the views expressed by Ahmed, the Bridge Nation on Sarcasm City TV, and always the view Flawless or the over Chelsea goals.
Thank you.
That's was there already.
I'm not saying anything wrong. I don't really feel like I'm saying anything wrong there, but
nah, nothing wrong, man. Ahmed, you keep being you, family. Don't worry about it, man. Don't let them dim your light. Sorry, go on, Surfer.
Don't let them light your dim.
Oh, at least that the AC Milan was playing today. I don't even know.
I'm not as confident as a 3-1 win up in Newcastle, no matter what form. No matter what form they're in, I'm not confident in a 3-1 win. I think I think we would do well, considering our mixed record up there, to get a point at this time away there. I'd love to win. Obviously, like I would take the scummiest of 1-0 wins like that and just get out of there with 3 points. But I'm not confident. I know we won the last 3 and stuff like that, beat Liverpool 3-1 and stuff like that. I'm not confident that we can go there and win as comfortably as like the scoreline that Prime said. You know what I mean? I'm just not there. Just not there.
I hear you, Surfer. And going into the Liverpool game, I was predicting a draw because I didn't think that we would actually take our chances and take advantage of Liverpool being quote unquote weak. But what we did last week, that regardless of Liverpool being on the beach, I don't think we care about that being an excuse, because when we have a weak team and teams beat us, people celebrate that. So do you not think, in terms of the team and the environment, them like winning a big game, being in a final, do you not think that confidence they can take going into St. James's Park and actually beat a Newcastle team that's not in the best of form? Like if they were high flying, I'd understand a different conversation.
I think they can do that, but the environment's still going to be not really much in our favour. You know, we're going away to Newcastle. It's one, has to be one they're respected as one of the toughest grounds to go to now in the Premier League over the last couple of years. Do you know what I mean? To try and even get something. I don't know how much. I don't think they're out. I don't feel like they're so out of form or anything like that. I don't feel for me to be as confident. I know they dropped
They've
points.
won 3 out of their last 5. 3 out of their last 5 they've got. They beat Ipswich.
They won.
They've won 3 out of their last 5. I mean,
it's not like they're not like it's not like they've lost like 4 out of the last 5. It's not like a Forest run of form. Do you know what I mean? It's not like that. So the form, doesn't really work for me. I just think, can we give them a game? Yeah. Are we better than Brighton? Yeah. So we should be able to create more. We should be able to make more chances than Brighton, but we are still going away, and I'm just a bit wary of. Our away record isn't that like Fulham was our first away win in the Premier League this year. Do you know what I mean? It was only a couple of games ago. Do you know what I mean? So it's like and you would say that going away to St James's Park is a hell of a lot harder than going away at Craven Cottage. Do you know what I mean? So the performance wise. If we can just have the same mentality as I saw when Liverpool scored last week, that kind of mentality where they didn't cave like they would have done under Poch, even in a game like that last season. They actually stepped up and actually played probably better than actually played good football in that remaining time and took the ball away and took the game away. We just have to be aware. We just probably have to be a bit more patient, in my opinion. Take the chances, and just when we do eventually give up chances, because we always give up chances in every match, that Newcastle don't capitalise, and we go through whatever possession they have, we go through it, we come out unscathed, and we take advantage of it. But players have got to realise that although we beat Liverpool last week, it's not the same Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? It was like they played the 4 world-class players, so we can't really take away that much from the team because they played all their 4 best players. But we just have to remember the circumstances are a lot different. This isn't Newcastle. They're Newcastle going for the same place as we are. So this literally is like a final. Do you know what I mean? This is like it's like a final to get into the Champions League. The team that wins this is probably nailed 99 out of 10 times will go on to finish in the Champions League places. So, it's just one of those. But
but why? From our players' point of view, why can't they take confidence from that? Because the Liverpool game
I'm not saying they can't take confidence from it. I just don't feel they should be overconfident going up.
Okay,
there.
I don't think they will be overconfident. I get what you mean by yes.
Let me tell you right now, if we were at home, I'd be more confident if we were at home. If we were at home, like if we were at Stamford Bridge facing them, I'd be more confident in this game. It's just that our record up there is very mixed, to say the least. We last won up there in late 2021, I think.
Jeez.
Under Tuchel. I think Reece James bagged a couple. But it's just that, I mean, getting a draw out of there is not to be sniffed at, and taking a point away this weekend is not to be too disappointed. That's all Chelsea fans should be.
I think it's a must-not lose for you lot.
Exactly.
I think for me, Well, I'll let you go ahead.
I agree. It's must not.
But I think for me, yes, the mentality should be going to that game to be getting the win. I think all of us here would agree with that, right? But I think we also need to realize that Newcastle is still a tough opposition. They're still going to give us problems, right? And that's why, for me, again, as long as you don't lose that game, I think that's a positive at the end of the day, right? You don't lose the game. Yes, you may drop 2 points, but then you're going to a United game, which I think is a bit more of a I would say a bit more of an easier game. I think in terms of the opposition that you're going to be facing, Newcastle I think is a harder opposition than United, but then that's a game I look at which is a lot more of an achievable game to be getting the 3 points in. I don't think I've said anything wrong there at the end of the day, but that's just me. Hopefully not for the stake and death on the spot. His voice.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Shout out to hey Connor, if that's you, message me, Young G. Big up Connor though, if it is you. For Chelsea fans, do you think if you're level on points with Forest going into the final day, you'd actually be able to win at the City Ground? I think if they're level on points, they would be ahead of them because of the goal
Yeah, we
difference.
just need to draw.
They just have to draw. So to mix the question up, to go to you, Ahmed, would you be confident of going there and getting a draw? If it was must win for them, but it was just you lot drawing, you finish above them.
Yeah, I think we could do that. I think obviously last season, funnily enough, built up to 3 games for that game. We actually were able to come back at that ground. I think we beat them 2-1 there, guys, if I'm not mistaken.
You carry on.
Yeah.
Hey, message me then, dickhead, if it's you. Because there's fake people running around. Message me, you Egypt. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, but like I'm pretty sure the guys remember we
I know him.
came back.
It's my Young G. Like I genuinely know him. Just making sure. Sorry,
yeah, we actually came back against them. We won that game 2-1. And that was a game where I think we were a bit more competitive. And if you look at the game at home last time as well, that game at home, which I went to, was a very competitive game too. So I just think for me personally, I feel we can get a draw at that game. But again, if you're Chelsea, always go for the win first. Forget about drawing second.
Fair. What are you saying, Prime? You confident if you were level on points with them? Actually, let's flip it. Let's say you weren't. Let's say you went there and you was a point behind them. Would you be confident of getting the win? Let me flip the question. This guy asking terrible questions. Typical Connor, man. This guy ain't changed. So I flip the question. If you were behind on points to Forest, would you be confident of going there and getting a win?
What, on the final day?
Yeah, on the final day.
It depends on what our next 2 results are.
So let's say you was behind. So it's the final day. So let's say you were a point behind them on the final day.
Yeah, but
and you were trying to get back in. You were trying to get back into the top. You have to win to leapfrog them to get back into the top 5.
So I would assume then we've lost against Newcastle and Man United, right?
Yeah, let's say for instance you drew. Let's say you drew against United and then you lost to Newcastle because they play Leicester, so they could leapfrog. By that time, they could have leapfrogged you. Let's say you get 1 point out of your next 6. So draw to United and you've lost to Newcastle. Let's say it's that hypothetically.
No, I wouldn't be as confident that we'd beat them. I don't think we would lose. I don't think we're losing the Forest regardless. But I wouldn't be as confident that we beat them now.
First, I have to remix this guy's question because it's so terrible.
Then it's like there's no. At least with these games, with this Newcastle game, United, Liverpool, Fulham before that, it's like I don't know. It's just different. If it's that close, where even drawing against them is probably not enough to get to finish in the Champions League spot. Yeah, that's a different scenario. However, I don't think that's going to happen. So, yeah, I look at like. People can say what they want about us, but the teams around us are not consistent either. So there's no reason why we just can't just finish in this top 4.
I think
going 0 for 3. We're not going 0 for 3.
That's why I say it's a real chance for Chelsea to win the next 2 games, and then we make that that Forest game for us obsolete. It's a nothing game for us. It's a nothing game. It's a real chance to get whatever doesn't have to be massive score lines against Man United. Right? It's just get the 2 wins, get it done. You roll into Forest. Looking to rotate before a European trophy final, and they're the ones that have to do. They're the ones that maybe have to do something, or maybe not. You know what I mean? It's like Prime's right. Forest aren't in the greatest. Everyone's thinking Forest are going to roll over Leicester. That's a derby. That's a local derby. It's Jamie Vardy's last Trent derby. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's like, and they're relegated. So Leicester haven't got, it's like facing a relegated team sometimes when they got the pressure off. They're trying to stay up. Do you know what I mean? They're just annoying. And then they got West Ham afterwards, and West Ham, as much as West Ham stink, they can stick out. They can stink till 1-1 draw. It's not. Forest don't even have to lose both games. They can easily just draw both the way they're playing. Do you know what I mean? And just on a side note, I'm not even the first game I'm focused on this weekend is not even my own. It's Bournemouth Villa tomorrow. That's the first game I'm focused on.
Yeah, that's an important game.
Everyone's taking their eye off Villa. If they win the Bournemouth tomorrow, their next 2 games are Spurs and Man United. Do you know what I mean? It's like you've got to maybe not. The away record at United's pretty terrible, but the Spurs game is the same game as when we play United on a Friday. It's 5 days before.
Yeah, it's both Fridays. Yeah, it's the same day.
5 days before Europa League final, and it's like they're going to rotate. But I just think I think we would go there, and it's interesting to see if Murillo's fit. I know Nuno said he might have a chance against Leicester, but if anyone watched that Palace game on Monday, as soon as Murillo went off, that defense it fell. I know they still ended up drawing the game, but they weren't good. Palace should have won that game on Monday. Do you know what I mean? They had the chances, but Murillo is such a very underrated, very good centre back, and you saw how much the partnership between him and Milinkovic really steadies Forest at the back, and he went off, and they just didn't look the same at the back. I know Nuno said he might be available, but yeah, going back to the actual original question, I've got no fear going to Forest. I've got no fear going to Forest whatsoever. I have no fear going to Forest. I've not really feared any team this season. I've always feared what we were going to do to ourselves.
It's you versus
in
you.
Games. That's where the fear comes from. It's never been. I've never, even away at City, it wasn't or home to City. It's nothing. It's what are we gonna do to implode? And it just draws me back to that Ipswich game like a month ago with those 2 drop points, man. If we had those 2 extra points, we'd be a hell of a lot more confident.
Exactly, bro.
You know, we'd be going take the draw at Newcastle. I think everyone would be going take the draw at Newcastle and then beat United, and it's practically done. Do you know what I mean? It's just so frustrating looking back of those 2 points. We'd be sitting we'd be 65 points closer. Like my main thing is actually, if you think about it for us, it's quite possibly we win the next 2 games, and we're like 2 points ahead of Arsenal before they play Newcastle.
Oh yeah, facts, definitely.
That would be my
option. Newcastle so could see, man.
Yeah, exactly. That means that do Arsenal still have a bit of pride to compete and finish second? Do you know what I mean? Against Newcastle. You know what I mean? It's stuff like that. Prime's right. This is the most. It's who can be the most consistent out of inconsistent teams going for this top 5 race. And at the moment, other teams that have players are dropping them, our players are coming back, which is our main advantage. You know what I mean? And Lavia is very key to that, and that's why if he
what
can.
Team does Connor support?
Spurs.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, this is my young G. Yeah, clown, but his family. So yeah, I don't
well, if he's a
a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's family.
If he's a friend of Flawless, then and I know what Flawless is like, then it makes sense.
Yeah, he my young G, but he's.
What are you trying to say? What Flawless is
I'm an outstanding individual. That's why I'm putting up with you lot.
That's what I'm saying.
Big up to Vera says Flawless. I get the sense that Prime sees 9 points out of 9 the next 3 games. The Surfer feel the same. Before we actually go to Surfer on that, do you have Chelsea getting 9 points from 9, Prime?
Flawless, for as long as you know me, when have I ever said repeating Man United?
I didn't say you are. I'm just asking the question.
No, I don't have 9 out of 9. No.
Okay, so how many points do you have from the 9? The next possible 9? 7?
I think it's 7, isn't it?
Now?
Yeah.
What?
I'm asking.
You say Ahmed? Okay. Now? I think it's 7. But if you asked me before the Liverpool game, I would have said that remain unbeaten, like don't lose, and ideally win 2 games, but winning at least 1 will be enough to get us in the top 4. And we've won that. So now I have us like beating Forest anyway. So beating Newcastle. I want to beat Man United, but I still don't think we're going to do it. So I think 7 points.
Backing the lads, not backing the lads, man. But
it's that anytime people say back the lads is the worst Man United I've ever seen, we tend to not actually
The thing
Yeah.
is for me, the thing is for me, I do think we'll actually beat United. I think for me, the
Of
reason
course
why
you
I
do,
actually,
because you hate Man United. But when we don't beat them, will you be here?
oh yes, I'm always here. What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, he is always here, unfortunately, but yeah, he is always here. Go on, Gary.
Oh, my
All right,
bad. Sorry,
boys.
you're not like Tony. My bad. Sorry,
I'm
you're not like
joking,
Tony.
man. Yeah, I'm
No,
joking.
but
I'm joking,
like,
Ahmed, man.
I know,
Go on.
bro. But like the point I'm trying to make is, I think last year beating them at home, I do think was a big moment from a Chelsea perspective, right? Because like we had not beaten these guys at home in a long while, you know what I mean? Beating them at Old Trafford. So
Hella draws,
so,
man.
you know what I mean? Yeah, man. That's been draw City, or you just guys just smash us 4-0 or something like that. Like that's what it was like. That's what it's been like at Old Trafford. But I think for me, this is like I think in terms of also you have that importance of the fixture, stuff like that we need. I do think we'll be, particularly it's going to be at home. The crowd's going to be up for it, and everything like that. I do think we'll beat you guys at home. I think it might be like a stinky like 2-1 or something like that. But I think we will beat you at home, in my personal opinion.
That's fair.
We play you guys before your final, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's the 2 weeks
So
before
he's
the
gonna
final.
rotate. He's gonna rotate and play your young guys.
Who knows with Amorim? Who the fuck? I have no. I can't answer
Because I
that
would
question.
assume, because he's been saying you're gonna play youngsters. So I'm assuming.
He said this, but he said this with the Wolves game and then proceeded to play senior players in that match. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
It doesn't
And
matter
was
regardless.
that Wolves game before your first leg?
The Wolves game was in between the first and second leg.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know what it is for me, for
So-
I don't really. I'm gonna say it doesn't matter if you play a strong team or your weak team. I think from a Chelsea perspective, bro, it doesn't got to go in there again expecting the 3 points, bro. You know what I mean?
What?
You gotta make it happen. That's all it just comes down to for me personally. So yeah, that's what it is. And I think from a Chelsea point of view, I think you have to aim within these remaining 3 fixtures to get 2. And I think if you get 3 against Newcastle and 3 against United, as Surf has already said, bro, you're on the beach against Forest, bro. You're on the beach against Forest. You get play some of the young guys and cover them again. You know, I want to see them shine. You know, against Nottingham Forest. Let's see them have a little bit of a fun time. You know what I mean? And then on to Conference League final, man. You know what I mean? And plus, you know what I mean? And plus, man, listen again. I think a lot of us are also forgetting, and even I forget. These guys aren't even getting a break off the Conference League because they're going to probably be back in the team 2 weeks later because we've got Club World Cup 2.
Right.
So
right, win the next 2, and then you can give Reg the Edge Walsh's Premier League debut against
Wolves, man.
Forest.
Reg the Edge Walsh.
Yeah,
You know what?
man.
The way Chelsea fans are quickly hyping this guy. I'm so happy he's actually good, bro. Because they're trying to give him the Mount treatment early, but he's actually a good player. So,
so as Ahmed rudely interrupted and went before me because this question was addressed to me, so it's very rude of you, Ahmed, to do so.
I hope you felt very rooted by.
I feel slighted, man. You know what I mean? You
yeah,
slighted me.
but Surfer, you know what these private school kids are like, bro.
Yeah. So I think I'm leaning towards 7 points. 7 points right now as we stand. I think we can get. I don't know if he'll play the full kit. Like Amrin will play the full kids against us. Like I think he'll play a mixture. Like I don't think he'll play. I think it'll be bonkers to play like a Bruno, like like a cast. Like I really like the main players that will start against Spurs in that Europa League. I think it'll just be a madness. But yeah, as I sit right now, I think 7 points we'll get. At this moment, that's what I'm.
Do you think you'll get the 7 points though?
Yeah, I think we're coming to the Newcastle game on a good bit of form. I think we're good enough to get the point away at Newcastle, beat your mob, and then we'll see what the other results are for Forest because we might not even like Villa might even just getting them 4 points out of the next 2 games might be enough. You know what I mean?
What a question.
Chris? Yeah, I've started that. I'm gonna get to that. You lot continue to get your questions in. We're gonna get to the United segment shortly, people. I know you lot will have questions on United as well. I see United fans in the chat too. Ahmed, what are you saying? You lot get 9 from 9?
No, I actually.
How many points you think you get from the?
I agree
from
with the
final
7
nine?
points. I think it's going to be 7.
Oh, you reckon you get 7? Okay, you're
I
not
think it's gonna
confident
be
then.
7.
Where did 7 come from? I presume you have United's 1 win
Yeah, and then I think
and Forest is another.
you know what, man. I'm gonna back the team a little bit here and say Newcastle. I do believe Newcastle's. I think Newcastle.
So you
might
reckon
be
you
the
beat
one.
Newcastle, beat Manchester United, and then draw to Forest away?
Forest, yeah. Yes. If not, it will be the other way around. It will be one of those two. But I'm hoping it's the latter, where we beat Newcastle, we beat United, and then we just draw at Nottingham Forest because we're on the beach.
You guys. So I'm the
But-
only one that doesn't. I'm probably the only Chelsea fan that doesn't believe that we're going to beat Man United.
Given the circumstances, what United are facing, I think we'll beat them. Their heads are not going to be in that game against us. It's
Boy, I
5
hope
days.
so.
It's 5 days before. Even if he plays a mixture of a strong team, weak team, the players that you would even just to be involved in that cup final are going to be focused on that and not going to be willing to put 100% into tackles and stuff like that. Because let's face it, they know, given the state of United squad, even if they play badly against us, they're probably still going to be involved in the cup final anyway. Because Amrim unfortunately needs them. You know, he can't afford to shut them out. Do you know what I mean? He needs to win this trophy. So I just like I said, I think he'd be, given that United have got nothing working for them in the league, they're not going for anything in the league. I think he'd be mad to play like the likes of Bruno and others.
And he's daft enough to do it.
Yeah, I think that is true. That is true. But
Stupid enough to do it. I want to see a complete unknown team against you. Look.
Right, exactly. You want to see like a Man United XI. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm like, who is these? That's what I want to say. Like, who is this? Yeah, go on.
I don't think it like Proctor. I don't think it's based off of that though. I think for me, with United, it's I think the last 5 or 6 years, whenever we've played Man United, whether home or away, it's always been at a point where they're in a terrible run of form or they're having a horrible season, the worst in Premier League history or whatever, and everyone expects us to just batter them and roll over, and they'll roll over. But we don't take them seriously, and they perform. Rashford slaps a free kick. Sancho scores a goal on a counter attack from a corner or whatever, and we end up drawing against them. So
let me count that and say to you this: that game we have things to actually play for in that game, right?
Exactly.
Second of all, if we take 3 points away from St James's Park, and the whole team, that whole stadium, everyone knows you win that game against United, and that guarantees you Champions League football next season. I think our motivations will be a lot more than, and like I said, they're focused on a cup final 5 days later. I think all of that plays into our hands more than this thing about not beating them for a while. And we beat them last season. We got the hoodoo off the back. You know what I mean? We got that done. I know it was a chaotic game, but I just think that rolls into it. That the confidence, like you're talking about taking confidence into the Newcastle game after beating like a Liverpool team that were sort of half in, half out. If we beat a fully strength Newcastle team going for the same prize we are essentially in league terms, and we beat them, the confidence it should give to those guys going into the United game that they know are not fully going to be invested into, or they're going to be worried about self-interest and making sure they make it to the cup final 5 days later fit, I think plays into our hand. I mean, the rest doesn't need to say much to the guys if we beat Newcastle going, listen, everyone wrote you off. You win this game, you're done. You're done with a game to spare, and you got a cup final coming up. So take it.
I know, and it's everything you're saying is right, but again, it's
you just think about what United everything's in your favor.
For me, if we take them seriously, like we can seriously hurt this United team because they're really not good, regardless of what goalkeeper you play or what players you play. What we can actually seriously hurt you guys, but it's just don't be complacent. I don't want them to think that we're playing a 15th place, 16th place Premier League team. Don't think it's so easy, and then we end up doing what we did against Ipswich.
Don't be complacent, is what you're saying.
Yes, that's my
I get
big
it.
worry.
Well, we did
I don't think that it's going to be about complacency in that game, though. I feel like the team now knows it's now or never. That's the difference. I think there's the stakes are at the highest it could possibly be. Yeah.
No. When I say take them here, I mean in terms of the team we're facing. Don't treat United like they are one of the worst teams in this league and think.
I don't think they will.
No, that's not them. That's not. No. We're saying this, that no matter what the result is on Saturday's Newcastle, it's still the same focus that you have to beat United.
Yes.
That's the focus. Not taking them. It doesn't have to be United. It's just you have to win the next game. It's just United on the next game. Like on Sunday, it didn't matter. I didn't really crow that it was Liverpool. It could have been Southampton we played. We just needed to win that game. That's the same with United. It could be Southampton again. It doesn't matter. We just need to win that game. The focus is now on there. When we talk about the confidence, you're talking about the confidence. You think we're going to beat Newcastle 3-1 because we beat Liverpool the week before. I don't see why the same can't be said that if we beat like you do what we say against Newcastle 3-1, why we're not even going to take more confidence into a home game against United, knowing what's at stake. Knowing that literally,
you know what, you are right.
Literally, we could go, bro. If it works out, if we could go, we go third or second.
Yes, I just think from a Chelsea. I just think for me, from a main,
City are playing Southampton.
Yeah,
so
like I just think for me from just a main Chelsea perspective, bro. The team knows what's at stake, bro. It doesn't matter. Oh, whatever happens after with or without Newcastle, they know going to Manchester United has to be a must win. It doesn't matter who you're facing from an opposition perspective. You know you have to win. So if you know you have to win, you're not gonna take any opposition that you meet lightly, in my personal opinion, because you got to get the job done. It's not gonna be like, oh, it's easy. It's gonna be like,
I
oh,
know.
it's done.
I know, and I'm not. It's not even that I disagree, but there's still that voice in the back of my head that says,
you concerned about
it.
Which I do understand. I do get that 110%.
What do you think going into that game?
I think it's solely dependent on two things. One, how you lot do against Newcastle. I think that plays a big factor, because if you lose to Newcastle, I think that puts added pressure on you lot to win the game. Whereas let's say you draw or beat Newcastle, it's not. If you do drop points against us, you still have a chance against Forest. Whereas you don't want that game to be a must-win. Also dependent on our lineup as well. I think so. Because to Surface point, most of the play, if he plays a strong or strongish lineup, whatever you class as a strong lineup for Manchester United, they are gonna have one eye on the final. However, if he makes wholesale changes and his youth players, they're not. So for instance, if he starts Cheeto, for example, Cheeto can't play in the Europa League. So he's gonna give his all. If he plays the likes of Fredrickson, if he plays a Mantato, a Kone, a Amas, these are players who are highly unlikely to be involved. So they're the players who are going to give it their all. But if he plays a strongish team, of course they're going to have one eye, which then gives the advantage to you. We've seen these type of things before, where we're not on them players are on the beach, quote unquote, because they're, like I said, it's all eyes. Hey, I just don't want to get injured. If we win here, don't really change too much. If we lose here, don't change too. No one's going to care. All the focus is on the result next week. Our next game is the one. We could lose 5-0 here. And then if we beat Spurs in the final, who's going to remember that?
Wait, so you don't think the mood will be down if it's a battering?
Our mood's been down. We've been getting battered.
No, I mean like going into the final.
We've been getting battered.
They lost the Wolves in between the two. They lost the Wolves in between the two legs.
We've been getting
semi-final.
We've been getting battered. Go check our game, our Premier League games in between all of our league games. We've been losing. I think it has zero bearing. That's why when people say, "Oh, to build momentum." What momentum? We haven't got started. Get out of first gear. We haven't got in the car, but somehow we've landed in the Europa League final unbeaten. So I don't look at it like.
And you guys haven't won 2 games on the bounce, so it makes sense that you lose. It makes sense that you lose to Chelsea and then you beat your Premier League side.
And then go beat Spurs. And that's
It's
all
heritage,
I'm
man.
fussed about.
That's heritage, man. Heritage right
I
there,
wish
bro.
we could sim as much. It'd be hilarious to cost you lot Champions League. That's outside of that. That's just us playing spoiler. I like it for that part of it, but that's it.
Yeah, man. Keep halal, please.
Over the night, I don't make it.
Halal.
Just keep it. Why? What did I say? That was unhalal.
No, halal and haram. Halal means is good and haram is bad. So basically,
This
what
guy-
he's saying is be good and don't cost us Champions League.
This guy, I hope for the likes of you, CP, you else talk shit. Not so much Prime and
I
Surfer
don't
because
even
they
talk
don't.
shit, bro.
they don't
I don't
really-
talk shit. What do you mean?
Yeah,
for
you
all this?
don't. No. You just don't talk shit because Chelsea are no good. I remember you when Chelsea have been decent getting your digs in. But Surfer and Prime ain't really too bad. It's you, the likes of CP, Hano, who else? There's others. See, Lewis ain't too bad, so it's more so them because Surfer and Prime really
Yeah,
about Manchester United. But if United have a bad result, you there, CP's there, Hano's there. Who else? There's more that I'm forgetting. The fraud list is fucking long for you lot.
that's
So
because
that's what
like
it is.
Lewis and I are more so focused on Arsenal and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Surfer.
We ain't got no issues
Yeah.
like that. Like Surfer more attacks me than he does Manchester United, which says
That's
a lot
true.
about him.
true. I do that too.
Says a lot. Same with Prime. You man attack me more than you attack Manchester United. Man, that's why
Well,
my issue lies with you lot.
I see it as a more a self-defensive preemptive strike in attacking you. That's what that is. I get it.
I've seen any bullshit.
I see it like we're just protecting the community.
Yeah, sure. So that's what it is. Where Surfer
I like
and
that.
not Surfer, like I said, Prime and CP and Hano and Victor and who else? There's more of you lot who be in.
Victor's a Palace
Cook
fan.
United
but
anymore. Do I
Victor's
Cook
a
United?
Palace fan.
No. You leave us alone more so now because your team's been bad. That's why I remember what it was like when you lot were half decent. It's just that you lot have not had nothing to shout about.
And
That's
there's
what it is.
also C1 as well.
Yeah, see
there
what
are
it
a
is.
lot-
Guy, man. You
there's
know,
a
I'm
lot-
not liking the
there's
way
a
I'm being
lot of-
talked about, bro. I'm a nice guy, bro.
There's a lot of
Man.
there's a lot of Nigerian Chelsea fans. That's why you also wanted us to lose as well. Bro.
What lose
Whoa.
what?
The final. There's a lot of Nigerian Chelsea.
No,
fans
I
that
wanted to
you-
lose the final mainly because of you. That's what it was. That was your
Me?
display. That was yes,
Okay.
you. Yeah, it was you.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? It was you and Victor more so. That's why.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful. I see Nigeria. Did you not lose the Saturday or the Sunday? It was the Sunday because
It was like a 12-hour period between the two.
yeah, it was Sunday because obviously Jordan lost in the Asian Cup on the Saturday, which was beautiful, and then you lost. So I got to see Hassam tears, Prime tears, Victor. Oh, it was beautiful, man. Worldwide, continent to continent. It was great.
I clipped up that intro, that Q&A at that night of the final. I clipped up that intro.
Did you clip a while? You're a joke, man. It is, but you lot get your questions in. And Taconis has got a couple United questions loaded. You can fuck off, mate. You know what I'm saying? How about that? Connor? You know what I'm saying? You can hold
Connor,
that.
what are
And
your
look,
thoughts
for
on
themselves,
Spurs?
See, look, yeah, facts. I'm trash because he's
You
been
going to
rolling
Bilbao,
with
sir?
us.
Are you going to Bilbao for all this, man? You got to be
No,
going to Bilbao, man.
I'm not going Bilbao. No, I'm not going Bilbao.
Why?
Why not
I'm
for all
not
this,
going
man?
Bilbao. I'll tell you lot off air why I'm not going Bilbao. I'll tell you lot off air.
Yeah,
I'll tell you lot off air.
Mrs. Take No won't let you out. I hear it, bro.
Yeah, I know. She can't get enough of me. We've established this. Look at me. You know what I'm saying? Great to be around. Like, what are we talking about? No,
There's too many
Right.
nobodies in
why-
Bilbao.
that's why
She won't let you out.
You see,
Your baby-
I refer you to my previous. I refer to his previous statements. Oh, you guys attack me, and then Exhibit A right there is why he gets
What for
attacked.
stating
You know what
facts?
he
It's not
said.
my fault that
Can't
you
get-
lot's missus
Can't get
pushes you lot to
enough- can't get
stream.
enough of me.
God,
Can't get
yo,
enough of
you
me.
lot's
Look
miss
at me.
you lot's missus
Look at
push
me.
you lot to stream. Yeah, go stream.
Look at
You know what I'm
me.
saying? Go watch
Look
the
at
game.
me.
Pushes you in
Look
the
at me.
room and then
I'm-
gives you a
look
plate
at
of
me.
food and
I'm
that.
so fantastic.
It
Look
is.
at
I'm
me.
absolutely.
I can't get enough.
Wait, so wait. Why are you jealous your missus doesn't give you a plate of food? Why are you
No,
jealous?
my missus does give me a plate of food, 100%. What I'm saying is that she pushes you like in the room, you know what I'm saying? And then it's got one of them, you know, them windows that slide open and that she pushes the tray in. My missus be
Yeah,
encouraging me,
like I said, she likes when we protect the community from you. So.
Yeah, sure. She tells you anything. She just wants peace and quiet from you lot, which I get. I send you lot back. Fucking hell. But like Connor said here, man, take no troll youth team captain from 15 when we was in battle rap. He was trolling with us, man. He was the youth team captain. Look at him. Still fucking trolling, dickhead. But where was we at? He's constantly. And Vera, this is a strange question. It says, would you keep Hoyland or have Jackson and Xerxes as your two striker options? Why are Hoyland and Jackson my two striker options? Is Jackson miles better than Hoyland? Yes. I know people at Power League. There's certain people I've played with at Power League who are better than Hoyland. But I wouldn't want either of those two as my options. I do like Xerxes as an option, but we need to go and get a striker. And he's a Spurs fan For those
Zerks
that
need the
don't
trim,
know.
man.
as
Zerks
well.
need the trim, man.
You got the same hair as him. What we talking about? You might have the same hair, yo. You might legit have the same hair. If you take your hair out the bubble right now, you are the Somalian Xerxes. What we talking about?
Somalian Xerxes.
You are the Somalian Xerxes.
No
What we
comment,
talking
no
about?
No
Is the
comment.
Somalian people the Netherlands or vice versa? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, there is. Big up to this. Actually,
Yes, see,
Hey,
that's what I'm saying. You might could be related.
Joshua Ahmed.
Yeah, man, you
Joshua
might could be
Ahmed.
related. What are we doing out here? You lot could be, without doubt. What are you talking about? Joke, man. He is.
To be
I'm
fair,
saying,
Xerxes,
Somalian Xerxes, man.
to be fair, Xerxes is Nigerian.
Somalian Xerxes. He might have some Somalian heritage, you know what I'm saying, in his line, in his bloodline
Somalian
somewhere.
Xerxes.
But yeah, in regards to you lot run up the likes, in regards to Manchester United, like I put in the title, smash Bilbao, 4-1 winners on the night, 7-1 winners overall. The first half was dry, I'm not gonna lie. Outside of the goal they scored, Maguire making a mistake, Onana making a mistake because he was due. Typical Manchester United individual errors, multiple individual errors costing us for a goal. Garnacho had the one-on-one he should have scored. He had the pass from Bruno that he miscontrolled. Outside of those two things, it was dead and buried. This manager continues to put out foolish lineups. I don't know why. Then from the start of the second half all the way up until he made the subs, it was all Bilbao. It was literally, but they just got no power to their punch. They was, again, I was astonished by how bad they were. Yes, they were missing the two Williams brothers. Yes, they were missing Sanket, but it was poor in the first leg as well. And then once we made the subs, credit to Mason Mount, did the business. Him and Ahmad changed the game. That's why I said on my match reaction, I says the substitutes actually changed the game. Mount scored 2 very, very, very good goals.
I like Mount's first goal was a classic Mount goal.
Quality goal.
And it was at Chelsea. Honestly, I mean,
Mount, listen, this is what Mount in European semi-finals he turns up, bro. Unlike a certain English star boy.
That was it's funny. Side note, I watched the highlights, and Robbie Savage was commentating for TNT, and when Mount got that second goal, he went, "Oh, this is Mount's best." He must be thinking this is best 30 minutes of his career. I was like, you do know he won the European Cup, right, in 2021?
Oh my God. Can I just say, man, we need to get that guy,
know that, right? You do know. You know he scored a semi-final goal against Real Madrid, bro, in the Champions League. You do. That's how much this guy's been forgotten. People don't forget.
You forget he's assisted in a final. He's done a few things like that.
Can I just say?
Go on.
La Liga's trash, bro. I'm telling you right, La Liga's trash. United have gone over there and bossed 2 of their better teams in Sociedad and Athletic Bilbao. Gone over and done it, right? La Liga is overrated. All right,
they've lost their aura, man. The mid-table because of lost their aura.
I'm not saying EPL's any good, by the way. It's not been very good this season. I'll say that, but La Liga is overrated, man. Already overrated. Bilbao, oh my God. I'm now going to put. Do you know what? I don't. Even if the Williams brothers were available yesterday for us, I don't think they would have made any difference at all. They didn't do anything in the first leg. Nico Williams, to me, I'm putting him in the Rafael Leao bracket, bro. Overhyped nonsense. That's what that guy is right there. I'm telling you right now. You know what? You know, all last summer, it's Nico Williams and Yamal. It was just Yamal by himself. You just attached Nico Williams to Yamal because he played on the wing on the other side. Look at this season. Look at your Nico Williams would never do what Yamal did this season, especially the first leg.
The man them have to stick together.
Hang on, let me rant. And Nico Williams is demanding 400k a week from English clubs. Get stuffed, man. I don't want him, bro. 400k a week for what? For what? You know who didn't score or assist but had a brilliant game against Arsenal? Kvaratskhelia, bro. That's a winger's performance right there. Kvaratskhelia right there. Didn't assist, didn't score, but still had a positive, major impact on his team winning a game. Still done that. Nico Williams, bro. Overhyped nonsense. I'm telling you right now. Same with Rafael Leao. Overhyped. You know what? You know how much I don't like Dembele, Flores, but credit to him this season. He has stepped up.
He's done the business.
He stepped up and played very well. And even when he came on the other night, I thought he helped calm PSG down, especially after Arsenal scored. And because you all saw those 5-7 minutes after Arsenal scored their goal, that PSG were like, "Whoa!"
Mhm.
We sort of get panicked, right? But credit to him, not João Felix. He's a little bit of rubbish. But
Dembele Ballon d'Or, man. Dembele Ballon
yeah.
d'Or, man.
But what I'm saying is, I think overall, people can hype up and say the league is better than Premier League. But I think you're only saying that because Barcelona played well, because even Real Madrid have been shitty this year. Do you know what I mean? They've been pretty average this year. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just think it wouldn't have mattered yesterday. Even though Bilbao scored first, I didn't really think they were going to do anything after that. It's like, I know United didn't play well, but they were just over.
They were just mad, dude. Yeah, they were just again lackluster, which is my biggest surprise. Like over both legs. Like even when we went 2-0 up in Spain in Bilbao, red card. I keep saying this. I'm expecting the fight back. I'm expecting the onslaught. I'm expecting us to be in the trenches, pinned back, can't get out of our half, can't put 3-4 passes together. That's what I'm expecting him to do once they run 2-0
Leon
down.
gave you more trouble. Leon gave you more trouble over that, man. Leon
gave him 60 minutes up until they scored their fourth goal. So when he went from 2-0 to 4-2, they were exceptional. But all before that, in that game, and even in the first leg, they were dreadful. And then afterwards, you shouldn't be conceding 5 goals to Manchester United. Never mind 3 goals in 5 minutes. And we're notorious non-goal scorers. There's literally more WrestleManias than we've scored Premier League goals this season. Why?
You beat them 7-1 on aggregate. 7-1 on aggregate.
They got the best defense in La Liga.
That's insane. 7-1 on aggregate. United, how many goals have you scored in the league?
38.
38. You've nearly scored the equivalent of the amount of games you have to play in a league season. This is mad.
I go this much. I think we scored more goals away from home this year in the Europa League, this calendar year in the Europa League, than we have in the Premier League.
Yeah, it's utter madness. Now that you might say that's the quality of the Europa League. It doesn't matter. Man United are 16th, 15th, 16th in their own league. They're 15th in their 15th are in their own league. Do you know what I mean? That's what they are. 15th. That's how Bilbao should be. Bilbao should be thoroughly ashamed with themselves. United deserved it. It's not like they deserve to go through. But Bilbao should be thoroughly ashamed of themselves, and people should actually do more. And everyone should do more research and watch some of the teams before you start writing other teams off. Because United have been written off every round of the knockout stages. Oh, Real Sociedad will cause problems. Leon did cause problems, but Leon might do something. Oh, Bilbao is definitely going to do something. Stuff like that. It's just some of these teams are just And
that's it. And that's legit. Like even Leon first leg against us dreadful. That game in France, we gifted the 2 goals they scored. We gifted them. Granted, they took advantage of that. But I'm watching them. I'm expecting so much more. And it never happened with Sociedad. Never happened with Leon. And I expected so much more from Bilbao. Having watched them a couple times, their record in Spain, their 4th best defensive record. I'm expecting so much more. And the added incentive that the Europa League final is at their stadium. And again, lackluster. No power to their punch.
You know what it is though? Like I do think the mid-table clubs in Spain have lost their aura, bro.
But they even mid-table, they're 4th.
No, but like they're usually perennially like a mid-table team, right? Villarreal don't even exist in the mid-table anymore, bro. For the last 2 seasons, Real Sociedad's another one. Like a bunch of you know what I'm talking about. Those type Valencia, Sevilla, a lot of those guys, man. They've lost their power, bro. You know what I mean? That they used to have. So it's not surprising.
I don't think it's just that. I think it's that. Again, kind of what I say about Man United.
Let me just finish quickly, Prime.
You look at,
I think,
okay,
in terms of I don't think, the way one of the things that those clubs used to have an advantage of, was recruitment. If you look at the way they used to be able to recruit, right? They used to be able to get good, tidy, technical players. Some of these guys that were wouldn't really, they would go to Spain. They'll be sort of mid-table guys. that had like some really good technical ability, but like a lot of these, and they would also get like a bunch of young guys that would be up and comers that might go to like a big team. But I feel like these days, right, if you actually look at them in this day and age right now, like a lot of these guys now are now going to the Premier League, right? And so they've kind of lost some of that talent that they used to actually have in their teams, because a lot of it is now going essentially to the Premier League, if that makes sense.
No,
And
makes
then
sense.
what were you saying, Prime? Go ahead, Brian.
I just think it's what I've been saying about Man United, that I always say that United, they find a way to get through in big games. They have match winners and they find a way to step up. Also, teams when they play Man United have been underestimating them. I look at Bilbao when they played Real Sociedad. They are massively underestimating Man United because of this whole Man United are they're 15th, the shit, the worst ever season. Teams are massively underestimating them, which then allows Man United to do this, like, like this Fergie time thing where they'll just turn it up when it matters and just get over the line. It just creates like a real bad balance. I think if Bilbao took United seriously, I think they could have actually gone through. But then again, that also doesn't take away anything from what Man United did. So I don't know. It is what it is. But regardless, I mean, I predict United to to win anyway the tournament. So I don't know. I didn't think it'd be this bad against Bilbao.
Can I ask the question to the panel? Like,
I'm going to shock you guys. I'm going to shock you guys, and I'm only doing this for chaos purposes. I need Spurs to win this trophy.
I agree. I need Spurs to win. Yeah, Spurs to win too.
The chaos. I don't need it nothing against United. I just think I think it for summer. I know we've got the Club World Cup, but for summer things, I just need a lot of head exploding. I need
pause. Hey yo.
Shut up, man.
It's not a pause, man.
Yeah, I just need. I think United will win, but I think I just need it for chaos purposes. I just need that for my dark soul. So I just need that for entertainment purposes.
Go on, Prime. What was your question?
No, so my question is actually not Prime. It was my question. But I think Seth already
sorry,
answered
Ahmed. My bad.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's alluding obviously yourself, because obviously I know you're going to be a bit biased, right? Who do you think is going to win the Europa League final? I was actually going to say Spurs as well. I only think because I think, I feel like this year might be the year, bro. I mean, everything's gone so bad.
You know what I'd like to see? I'd like Spurs to win it, and then when they do the pomp and circumstances of an open top bus parade, and then they go move it into the stadium, and like Angie's walking to the middle of the pitch with the trophy. Somehow then like a roped ladder comes down from a helicopter no one expected, and Ange goes off James Bond villain style with the trophy like that to Daniel Levy and says, "I quit." Like that, rides off with the Europa League trophy like that. I just want that. I don't know. Listen, can we really predict these teams anymore? I mean, who's got more bottle, or who has less bottling? Who's the less bottling team on the night? Is Amran good? Like Flawless said, is Amran going to get the starting lineup right?
Yes,
you know
he won't. He's going to get it right. He's definitely going to get it right. Tell you that now.
Get that right. Spurs, if you've actually watched the last couple of away performances of Spurs against Frankfurt and Bodo Glimt, he's played very pragmatic. He played very anti-Ange tactics in those 2 games. This might be a pens situation. I'm telling you right now, this might go to pens. You could easily see that. I would throw the thing about Spurs beating them 3 times to see. I'd throw that out the window. I don't think that counts so much.
I think it's a matter of United's match winners versus like what Spurs. If they play the occasion, they're not going to win. They've just got to play the game as is, and that's the only way they get through, in my opinion. But a big factor is Ange. This whole thing of I always win in my second season. he's gonna do if he's the winner that I believe he believes that he is. If he's the serial winner that wins wherever he goes, he's gonna do whatever it takes just to cross that line and get that trophy, even if it means going against his supposed
killing his ego. He will kill his ego.
Never.
I genuinely believe he'll kill his ego to be able to win. I could see it, man. If he's in a final.
Anyway, before I was interrupted, even if it means going against his principles and his tactics, and no, you'll never. Even if that means going against his principles and his tactics, just to cross the line and win.
Crazy. That is crazy. What is going
He
on?
said it. He said it. He said it. Not me. Anyways, even if it means going against his crazy. Even if it means him going against, even if it means him, he said it. Not me.
No, he for sure, man.
He said it. Hey, to quote Tony, no, he said it, and you all applauded him in the chart. So whatever. Anyway, even if it means going against his supposed principles and tactics that he never dies on, just to cross the line and win a trophy, I believe he's willing to do that. Just to get, bro, he's here now. Like, there's no reason to like not cross this line, and he's gonna do whatever it takes just to cross this line. So it's gonna be interesting. And also, Amorim, like, I don't know. Are you gonna like? I don't even know, because I can say it depends on the lineup, but even players that people think are shit, like Garnacho, he has some sort of like a match winner thing in him. Like, he did it in the FA Cup final last year, where he'll just pop up with something. So it's very, very weird. It's a very, very weird final. I'm looking forward to it. I still think United are gonna win. To be fair, but it's gonna be a very interesting final. And Arsenal fans, hold that, man.
I think Spurs is gonna win it genuinely. I do think Spurs is gonna win it flawless. I hate to put it like that.
No, why? That's cool.
Listen, I actually think 9 times out of 10, again, you guys would actually win that fixture list because of how Spurs are. But I just feel like, bro, it has been an all-timer for them. Of course, it's been an all-timer for yourselves, but for them in particular, bro, it has been a genuine all-timer, bro. Like, I don't even know if they've done this back before in their history. Like, it has been genuinely like all-time low. And like the only thing that's been going for the manager legit is that I win in finals. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that's been legit. They go for the cap for him. And you know what, man? I think it will be the most beautiful moment, football-wise, for him to win the Europa League, break the duck, do something that Mourinho and Conte couldn't do, and then just say, I'm out. You know what I mean? Afterwards. That would be like a perfect bookmark ending, for Andy's time out. What's it called, Spurs?
That's fair. That's fair enough. We'll see. I'd said this before the Bilbao tie. I didn't think we get past them, but I looked at it as our final. And I said if we beat Bilbao or win the competition, despite who's on the other side, I expected Spurs to get through. I wanted it to be Bodo Glint. Happened to be Spurs. But I think, again, match winners, I think we just got more X factor than them, like Prime said. When you got Ahmad, Maino, Bruno, Casemiro out there, hello, we got enough. And then adding Maz and Yoro,
but Ahmed could choke. Who else could choke in your team? Maini could choke. Garnacho could choke. Hoyland's already choking.
I don't think any of them can choke. They're just not good. It's not a choke thing.
But you say choke. Which, first of all, hey, yo, pause, Ahmed, relax.
No, get your mind out of the gutter, man. Get your mind out of the gutter, big man.
Get your gutter out of the mind, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it is knowing you, it is a pause. And two, like, United were in a situation, this time last year in the final against a superior opposition, and they won. So, like, winning breeds. No, but you say context is different, but winning breeds winning, bro. You have muscle memory of just winning. I think United are just gonna win it. It's gonna be close. I'm not saying Spurs will be terrible or anything. It'll be close.
It means more for Spurs.
I mean, it means more for flawless if Spurs win, but
why does it mean more for flawless?
Because of the chaos that ensues if Spurs do win it. Because Arsenal fans, I'd be extremely disappointed if United lose this final. Nowhere near as disappointed as Arsenal fans. Arsenal fans will be more hurt than us.
Well, your disappointment won't show though.
Because I'm too busy laughing at them.
Exactly.
I already know how pissed off Arsenal fans will be. I'm
You
getting from
won't.
Arsenal fans who must. It was Duncy, Potts, Troops, Northside, Gunner, TJ, Tony. The list goes on. I know Sad's on that type of time. Hooks is on that type of time. I know the boys over on Big Six Mans are on that type of time. Everyone that never a foul who's an Arsenal fan who's over there is on that type of time.
Even the Chelsea fan, they
Cam
probably don't want them to win. I don't want them to win.
Cam's over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm already is.
As a Chelsea
I already
fan,
know what it is.
Mm.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Yeah, as a Chelsea fan, you don't want them to win it, but I just think, you know, that I'm just smelling something. You know what I mean? I usually get the smell or just like a gut feeling. Usually, whenever I think something's gonna happen. And
Hey,
well, in this
yo,
case-
relax, bro.
that's not a relax. What have you never heard someone say they get like it's like? What, can you not smell something? What's wrong with you?
Relax.
Can you smell what? Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? I hear you, man. I hear
Man.
you.
Thank
Let
you.
me get to
Yeah,
this
and
before
Ahmed
we close out.
Ahmed Abdi is not The Rock.
Yeah, I know he's not. I'm just
I'm
saying.
not- I'm better.
Have you ever heard that type of phrase? I was like, yeah, because that's what
You're
came to
not
mind is the
better.
Rock's phrase.
You're not better than The Rock.
I'm better than The Rock. I'm a better actor than The Rock. That's for sure, man.
You're
You know
not.
what I mean? He's a
It is you. We're not doing no Rock slander. All right. We are not
yeah,
disrespecting
I
The
mean,
Rock.
man.
We are not. You need to relax. You know what I'm saying? What's this? Marcus Rashford has
Old
partnered with super agent. How'd you say? Is it? How's he say his name?
Peony Sahavi. Peony
There we
Peony
go.
Sahavi.
Peony Sahavi, as well as indicating a willingness to lower his salary demands in order to help facilitate a move to Barcelona. That source is from the Mirror Football, and I'm all for it. If Rashford is willing to lower his wages to get a move to Barcelona or Aston Villa or anywhere else in Europe or somewhere else that's not in Europe, maybe a different continent, that is absolutely fine. Just, you know, get our bread and shift him
I
on.
think
That's how I look at it.
Villa are very are going to be very. If they don't make Champions League football with their finances, they're going to be very. They have two. They're going to have two transfer windows again. They're going to have a PSR window and a normal transfer window again this summer. They're very tight with regulations on that one. That's why you're hearing Morgan Rogers' name being bandied about in terms of selling. And Rashford, the fees, and even if he drops his wages, that I don't think Villa are going to be.
Nah, I'll see Villa doing it.
Guys.
I hope I'm wrong.
I don't know why Barcelona. I got to be honest with you, with Rafinha and Yamal
off the bench. Bench team. It is. It's off the bench because he ain't playing ahead of Rafinha.
No, he's not. He's not going Barca. He'll go Arsenal. I've been saying this. He's going Arsenal.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Because we know what Arsenal are gonna try and do. They're gonna try and go for the Gyökeres thing, Sesko. Rashford makes sense because he's a forward that can play on the flank but also play up top. And with Berta there, it's going to be spun that Berta wants him and he sees something in him. And the whole PR spin will be like, well, if Atletico Madrid signed Rashford, we'd be saying it's a brilliant signing. Why is it bad? Because it's Arsenal. We know what Arsenal fans do. They're going to sign Rashford and they're signing him to watch.
I need Berta to come get his guy João Felix, bro. That's what I need. I need Berta to come get his.
So yeah, I'm all for it. But hey, Ahmed, shout out your channel. Let them know what you got coming up over the weekend.
Obviously, big up to everyone that's here. You can find me, of course, on the Bridge Nation as always. I might do a preview tomorrow for the game. If not, you can catch me. I'm gonna have to wake up at 10 a.m. I'm gonna have to wake. But listen, catch me at 11 a.m. British Standard Time. For those who do not understand British Standard Time, that means British Standard Time again, BST or Greenwich Mean Time for anyone else. But you can catch me there 11.
I like you said. I like you went British Standard Time, and then if people don't know what that means British Standard Time. You just said
that's
the exact
to reinforce it. I know.
You just said the exact same thing. You didn't say. You didn't say. We don't understand.
You know what, man? I just realized here. I might have to do. I might have to do an all night on Saturday, man, because UFC's on. Backlash is on a little bit earlier than
what's Backlash? What's Backlash? It's not very much.
Yeah,
so you're gonna have to drink. So you're gonna have to drink even more coffee than you usually do.
Nah, I'll be all right. It's because UFC always finishes at 6 a.m. So I need to sleep. I'll probably sleep for 2 hours, 3 hours, do the stream, take a nap, and then do my thing. But it is what it is at the end of the day. Bridge Nation out. Love and guidance. Hope you're all having a while. And listen, enjoy the summer, man.
There you go. Make sure you lot subscribe to the Bridge Nation. Links in the title. Subscribe to Ahmed's channel. The link is in the title. You click the link right now, opens up a new tab. Subscribe to his channel, The Bridge Nation. You can catch him here as well every Friday, normally around 9:30 p.m. UK time for the United Chelsea show. But the show is not this show is over, but the content will continue here on the YouTube. We are going to redirect to the Manchester United Tottenham Hotspur show. Man United pod talking at Tottenham Talk. So we'll be talking about the Europa League final with both United and Spurs reaching it. So we'll be getting more of the Spurs perspective as well. But big up to Surfer, big up Prime, big up Ahmed, big up everyone in the chat. Big up everyone, all the mods, big up all the members, all the regulars, all the new people. To Jabba, we just asked about Rashford. Hey, ask that question in the next stream because we're going to redirect over there. But run up the likes, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget this show. All the other shows you see on the channel, apart from watch-alongs, fan calling shows, are available on audio-only platforms, people. So if you're on Spotify, type in Sarcasm City TV, hit the follow button and 5-star us on Spotify. Same with iTunes, Apple Podcast, all you iPhone users, the same, SoundCloud, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Well, big up, love to everyone that has locked in. This has been the Manchester United Chelsea pod, Man United, Ballers at the Bridge podcast. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. And like I said, see you lot in 2 minutes on the United Spurs show. Salute every single time.
Ahmed out.
Tuchel out.
No. Scratch that.
99 out of 10. 99 out of 10.
99 out of 10.